What does your World of Warcraft race say about you? Classic World of Warcraft Edition. Humans. Imagine a world where are dwarfs, purple elves, gnomes, orcs, undeads, cow people, and you decide to still play a human. You are literally the type of person that goes into a fancy restaurant and still orders the same thing that your mom can make for you. You are the type of person that doesn't like to try out new things. You are completely fine with the plain old stuff that you have already used to and you know what it is. Whether it comes to perfumes, whether it comes to clothing, whether it comes to music, whether it comes to food, whether it comes to anything, you just like the same old default stuff because you don't like change. You are the type of person that plays human because you also lack a little bit of fantasy. You are overwhelmed by all these different choices in World of Warcraft and you decided, let's just go with human. I don't know if I want to play dwarf or gnome. No, I just want to play human because that's default. That's easy. You don't like hard decisions. You like to stay with the plain default things and that is okay. That is not a problem. But when people make fun of you because you lack fantasy, don't get tilted because most of the times they are correct. You need to change stuff and you need to try out different things. Dwarfs. Dwarfs are usually very experienced, very kind, very helpful players in World of Warcraft. However, they can go from 0 to 100 in less than a second. I have seen so many times dwarf players rage on minor details, on minor mistakes that has happened in raids or dungeons. These guys take this game super seriously, that's why they are also very skilled and very good in the video game. They make perfect raid officers because they are kind, they are good, but they also do not let you sleep. If you made a mistake in raids, they for sure gonna let you know and they for sure gonna let through the whole raid know. They're gonna scream at you, they're gonna tilt, but you're gonna have a nice, clean raid with them. Night Elves. Night Elf players only play Night Elf just so they can say, oh look, we are not human, we have more creativity than you, and we are more superior to you. They think they are more superior than to any other race in World of Warcraft. They always have a weird letter combination of Illidan or Legolas XX or something like that. The only reason I can actually imagine someone playing a Night Elf is to be a druid because that's the only class they can be that is exclusive to them on the Alliance's side. Nothing else. Night Elf players also tend to watch a lot of anime, and as far as I've seen, they have zero body hair. Literally zero body hair. Also a side note, about 98% of female Night Elf players are 38 years old or older dudes with neckbeards. So whenever you see a Night Elf and they are nice to you, they are helpful, that is a dude playing. That is not a female player, that is a dude. Gnomes. Gnomes are the literal trolls of World of Warcraft. Gnome players only play gnomes just so they can troll with other people and mess with them. I cannot imagine anybody in their right mind who would want to be a 55 centimeter tall human being in a fantasy game. Gnomes cannot be seen through most grasses, they are at the height of a Tauren's knee, but do you know what's more interesting about gnome players? They simply don't care about that, because they are confident people in real life who loves the fact that you think that they are bad players in World of Warcraft. They are literally either the elitist of the elitist gamers, they either top the DPS meters every single fight, or they are at the very bottom. They are either the best or the worst. Orcs. Orc players have a little bit more fantasy than humans, but they still choose the second most common race in World of Warcraft Classic. They are either very skinny or overweight people who wants to be buffed, who wants to work out, but they realize that only working out 2 times a month is not gonna cut it. They're not gonna have an orc-like physique. Therefore, they want to be a buffed Shrek in-game at least. They choose orc because the quote-unquote best racial in the video game. Orcs are usually very min-maxing, very try-harding people who will top the meters but will also have nothing going for them in real life. Their best achievement is that they top the DPS meters most of the times, and trust me, they're gonna let you know, they're gonna link the DPS meter every single time they are near the top 3 or top 1, trust me. However, Orc players tends to be really good, really friendly, really nice players, but they can also be super annoying at times. Undead. The number one reason I can think of why someone would want to play an Undead is simple. They have an agenda against the Alliance. They literally hate the Alliance so much they chose Undead because of the PvP ratios. Undead players love World PvP. They love to gank low level Alliance or just any Alliance players in general. They have this kill on sight mentality in game. However, those Undead players who PvE, who raid, they make super skillful people. They are usually very nice, very skillful, they make an amazing officers or guild leaders. However, they love Sylvanas to a point where it's straight up weird. Taurens. Taurens are kind, helpful, chill players. They make an insane amount of dead jokes though, which are usually not that funny. They don't cause drama, they don't care about min-maxing, they don't care about being on the top of the DPS meter ever. They play the game for the fun of it. Also, Tauren players tend to have facial hair and a little bit of a bigger frame. They make the best officers and guildmasters due to them being super chill about anything and everything. If you see a guildmaster or an officer being a Tauren, you can almost guarantee that that is going to be a fun, nice, chill guild for you. Trolls. Trolls are the type of players that are on the top of the meter, and when you ask them how they did it, they just simply say, I don't know, I just press buttons, I guess. They're the types of people that got a 95% on their history test in school that they simply, quote-unquote, didn't study for. They are freaks. They are similar to Gnomes skill-wise because they are either at the top of the DPS meter or they are at the full bottom. Trolls usually never raid lead, never officers, they are never guildmasters, they are always just core members or socials in guilds. They also think just because they tried weed one time, they are the Bob Marley of the World of Warcraft and they must choose the trolls, man. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. There will be more World of Warcraft content coming. Also, I'm streaming almost every day live on twitch.tv/Ryuniel. If you would like to pop in one time and say what's up and give me a follow there, that would be much appreciated. See you guys in the next video though. Bye!